like many states, application modernization remains one of the biggest challenges. We all know that we have a tech debt problem, that we have lots of applications that are cyber insecure, that are not on supported platforms. It is a constant challenge. It remains a top CIO priority for in most states. Virginia is no exception. So as we looked at the first body of work, we took an inventory of every single application for 67 agencies that the Virginia IT Agency serves. We identified 2,552 applications. Now, for each one of those applications, we identified how well supported they are from a technology platform. We looked at their level of cybersecurity vulnerabilities, and then we looked at their fitness for agency use, business use. And what we found was that 344 of those applications were acute needs in that they're not well developed on all three of those fronts, and they need immediate remediation.
Wow. So how do you go about remediating those 344 applications?
So what we're looking at for each application has its own story depending on what its challenge is. Some of those applications, when you look at the Gartner time, which is tolerate, invest, migrate, and eliminate, some of them are going to get eliminated. We looked at it, we said this application is not really serving its purpose, we don't really need it. 74 of them went in that category of eliminate. That left a certain body of applications for us to continue to solution. And so for each of those different applications, some of them are going to go to SaaS applications, some of them we may lift and shift into other different clouds. Some we may refactor, some we may be moving to platform technologies like Power Platform or Salesforce or ServiceNow, one of those technologies. But each application will have to be individually solutioned based upon the unique attributes of that application.
So what about those that fell in the middle range, those that weren't great but weren't acute? What are you going to do with the ones that are just okay?
For the okay applications, we considered that imminent applications, meaning that they're okay, but we know they're going to be a problem at some point. So what we've done is identify that as backlog work. And so we are developing the first ever 6-year application modernization plan. We have our acute needs that need to be solutioned within the next 1 to 2 years. We're going to have future work of all these other applications that are going to need to be solutioned in out years. And then we're going to make, as part of our process, this annual assessment of looking at all the applications to see which ones move in or out. Maybe depending on the nature of technology, maybe depending on the platform, maybe depending on agency business modernization work, that they'll be able to solve some of these problems. But the idea is that we have situational awareness of all of the critical applications that we use in the state that deliver critical citizen capabilities. And we've got to take care of those, because if those agencies are unable to use their technologies, then that hinders their ability to deliver their services.
With so many hundreds of applications, it's hard to believe there isn't some overlapping functionality.
Mm-hmm.
Will consolidating these be a part of the plan?
I think it is. When we look at those applications, that some of them are going to be mission applications that are unique for the agency operations. Others may very well be common applications that do certain functions that may be the same across multiple agencies. We might see duplication. And so in those cases, we have spun up a business unit to look at those areas of providing statewide capabilities for things like maintenance inspections, HR onboarding, ideas of a lot of people are coming back to the office, so putting in place a telework solution that allows you to reserve cube space. These are all things that are not necessarily mission-centric, but can be done as part of a consolidated effort that many agencies can share in. So consolidation is definitely one of the strategies we're looking at, so that we don't duplicate efforts across multiple mission areas.
And if all goes well, after 6 years, what will the state be looking at?
We're probably going to be looking at the next set of applications, because one of the things that's wonderful about IT is that it's a never-ending challenge. Every year, every month, there's something new coming into the equation, and that's one of the amazing things about technology, is that we're always going to be working to stay ahead of it.